Hey guys, Mr. Walker again. Um, all right, so happy Monday. What I want to do today is two quick things. First, I want to give you the quick highlights of that PowerPoint from Friday. And second, I want to go over what it is that I'm actually expecting you to do with those things that I left for you today. The directions might be a little confusing. So hopefully this video helps. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, then send me an email and I'll try to explain more. Okay. So, let's start back on Friday. So we started talking about, I gave you a PowerPoint about St. Matthew Island. So basically, St. Matthew Island is an island in the middle of nowhere in the Pacific Ocean in Alaska. And the Coast Guard during World War II set up a base here for them to run all the rescue operations and monitoring events and stuff. And they brought with them, I think it was like 40 or something like that, reindeer. And they brought the reindeer because that was the food that these Coast Guardians, these Coast Guard members ate while they're stationed there. So the station was operational for about 2 years. Then World War II ended, and the Coast Guard left. They abandoned the base, they left the reindeer behind. All right, that's the gist of the story. So there were some scientists that wanted to keep track of what happened to the reindeer population um, after the Coast Guard left. So they started with 29. They started with 29 reindeer. The scientists came back every few years to see how the population was doing. So at first they noticed the population was growing very slowly. So we started with 29 in 1944. The war ended in 1945. I think it was abandoned in 1946. They came back in the early 1950s, and the population was still pretty low. It was in like the low hundreds. It was growing, but it was low. All right. By 1960, though, the population had actually grown rather quickly. It went from the 29 in 1944 to the, maybe like 100 or so in 1950, and it was up to 1,350 in 1960, growing pretty quickly there. Came back just a few years after that, just 5 years later, and the population was way up at 6,000. Like, oh my goodness, there's a lot of reindeer here. So you would think that the population would just keep growing and growing and growing and growing, but it didn't. And actually, they came back just a few years after that, and the population, which had peaked at 6,000, so like 1963 or so, it dropped down to just 42 in 1965. So that's like 5,968 reindeer just gone in less than 5 years. So the question is, what happened? So on Friday, I asked you to leave a comment on the PowerPoint, on the on the classroom page where I posted this, with what you thought happened. If you did that, awesome, cool, thank you. If you did not do that, pause this video and go do that. Okay, so I'm going to assume that you did that, and I'm going to talk to you about what I left for you today. What we got to do now is we're going to try and figure out if you were correct or not, if you had a good prediction or a bad prediction. And the way that we're going to do that is just by looking at a couple of clues. So each of you should have found today a document that looks something like this. It says clues for St. Matthew reindeer activity. There's some stuff highlighted. And then there's a list of clues. And each of you got 4 clues. Not all of you got the same clues. So, like, let's say Elena, you probably got 4 clues, and Tatiana maybe got 4 different ones, and Ahmed got 4 different ones. So, Ahmad got 4 different ones. Um, so each of you has a different set of 4 clues. So what you're going to do first of all is look at the 4 clues that I gave you. And you don't have to write anything on this document. All you have to do is think about what you thought happened to this reindeer population, about the clues that I gave you, and just think about, do these clues provide evidence for or against your original prediction? Meaning, if you thought that the population decreased for a certain reason, did these four clues convince you that you're right, or did they start to make you think that you were wrong? So it either gave you evidence for or against. To get that in mind. And if you started to think that you were wrong, what you need to do is you need to get in your mind, way up there, just a new prediction based on these clues. Once you do that, you got a second document today, which you do have to fill things in. It looks like, doesn't look like that, doesn't look like that, doesn't look like that, looks like that. All right. So this is the chart in the middle of what we looked at, the reindeer population on St. Matthew Island. There's boxes and going all the way around it. Looks kind of like the world's most boring game board. You're going to enter the four clues I gave you into the brick boxes. So if you got clues 2, 5, 6, and 10, you're going to copy, and you can just copy and paste. Clue 2 into clue 2, clue 5 into clue 5, clue 6 into clue 6, clue 10 into clue 10. All right. Okay, so that'll fill out 4 of the 12 clues. So where do you get the other 8 of them from? Very simply from your classmates. What you're going to do is you're going to reach out to them on text, FaceTime, on phone, email, Instagram, however it is you reach out to your classmates. And it doesn't have to be your specific classmates. If you're in like my period 3 class and you know some of my period 4 or my period 6 class, you can reach out to them too. And you're going to see if any of them have any of the clues that you do not have. Do cool. Trade a couple of clues. You fill in. Maybe your friend has like clue 1 and 6. And you would fill in what they got for clue 1. And you would fill in what you got for clue 6. Try to get as many of these as you can, and type in what they got, and type in who you got them from. So that's your goal for like the next couple of hours is to figure out, fill out all these different clues, and as you're going, see if you can start to piece together what it is that actually happened to these reindeer. Hope that made sense. Um, if not, you can always give me an email at rwalker@waterbury.k12.c.us, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, or leave a little comment down below. I think that was it for this. Hope everybody's doing well, and I'll see you with more stuff tomorrow. Bye. Say bye.